What's up, guys? Welcome back to my audio vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about why it's better to have a woman's respect than her gratitude. And a lot of guys get confused about this aspect of dating. They think the whole point of dating is to get a woman to like them or to be agreeable, and ultimately this leads to a lot of problems, a lot of issues, a lot of passive aggressive behavior, a lot of resentment because it doesn't get the result that they think it's going to get. And I'm going to pretty much talk about why this happens and why you should always want a woman's respect more than her gratitude or focusing more on getting her to like you. So the basic method of you know that a guy will use to get a girl to like them is that they'll go the extra mile. So they'll take him out to expensive dates. They'll take him out to expensive restaurants. They'll go, you know, miles and miles and miles out of their way to go pick them up, and then go miles and miles and miles to take them to like this super expensive concert, or maybe to this extravagant party in some way, shape, or form. But it's going to cost time. It's going to cost money. It's going to cause stress because 9 times out of 10, this isn't even what the lifestyle that the guy is about. Like if the guy had to choose, what he would want to do, he would probably choose maybe go to you know maybe just sit in his house and watch ESPN. This is what normally guys are used to doing. Sit in the house, like watching ESPN. Playing sports, so playing basketball, football, baseball, something like that, or going to GameStop and getting himself a video game, something like that. This is what the guy normally would be doing if he had a choice, as far as spending his time. But because he's so focused on getting the girl to like him, he's going to do all these extra things to you know seduce her, quote unquote. And the girl's gonna like this. The girl's definitely not going to. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the girl's not gonna like you spending money on her, you taking her out to all these extravagant dates, you go an extra mile to court her. At this point in the relationship, but it's not going to get the result you want. And this usually leads to the point in a relationship where the quote unquote nice guy becomes very resentful because he believes that if he does all these things for her, that not only will she like him, but she's going to return the the gratitude in some way. So like if he takes her to A, B, and C, she'll do you know she'll perform some type of sexual act on him, or just have sex with him in general, or maybe she'll take him out somewhere just as expensive, or that's if he's really daring, and or maybe she'll even just say thank you, or show her gratitude by expressing it in a very detailed form. That's some guys will even take that. But when these things don't happen, she says, "Oh, that was okay. I enjoyed myself. Thank you very much." And sex doesn't go down, or he doesn't hear what he wants to hear, or she doesn't she asks for something else, or she doesn't remember. She like forgets, or she won't submit to him. Like some guys think that by doing this, that the girl will just get on her knees and say, "Oh, you're my daddy." And when this doesn't happen, the guy gets very upset. Like, I did all this stuff for you. Why aren't you, showing your gratitude? Why aren't you doing what I thought you would do? I thought that if I did this, you would do this. And guys, let me tell you, this doing this, or acting like this after you've tried to court a girl and get her to like you, if you do something like that, like get upset when she doesn't reciprocate that same energy, that's going to turn her off completely. Like, if you or like you like 50% chance you're gonna have sex with her, or 50% chance she was gonna take you seriously as like an actual relationship, or as like a boyfriend, it's gonna go from like 50% to like 2%. I almost guarantee you that's one of the number one turn offs for a girl, is a guy who's just nice to her, or is very agreeable with her because he wants something in return. Worst possible way you can go. And I want to save you guys from that, that fate, that horrible, disgusting fate. And the best way I can do that is to tell you the benefits of getting her respect instead of her gratitude. And there are three ways to get her respect instead of her gratitude. The first way is to have standards. All right. So having standards pretty much means that you have things in your life that you're going to do, or things in your life you're going to say, or what you believe, or things in life that you believe in that you're not going to bend, you're not going to break for anybody, not for a woman, not for a man, not for law enforcement, not for anybody. And I'm not trying to tell you guys to break the law. What I'm trying to say is that you have, certain, beliefs in your life or certain things that you do on a daily basis. That this is just who I am, and that's just how it's going to go down. All right, and you get these standards from whoever raised you, from a family member, from even like a idol, like a celebrity. But these are your standards, and this is what you believe in. This is just how it's going to be. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, it are the guys who have absolutely no standards. These are the guys who have no backbone. They do everything just to get someone to like them. So pretty much what they'll do is, if someone says, "Oh, I like this," "Oh, yeah, I like that too," and say, "Oh, I want to do this," "Oh, I want to do that too," "I love doing that." They don't even know what it is. They just say it because they want to be agreeable. They're just saying it because they believe that by saying that or doing these things with these guys, these people, or these women, that is somehow going to get them to like them. They're just so desperate to get everybody, especially a woman, to like them, that they go out of their way and ultimately do things that they normally wouldn't do, or in some cases don't even want to do. But they're so desperate for that approval, for that likability, that they'll actually do that. They absolutely will do that. And girls can see this. Guys can see this too, but girls can definitely see this, and they're gonna figure. They're gonna think to themselves, all right, so if this guy has absolutely nothing he believes in, no standards for himself, what's to stop him from backing down from anything, backing down from me telling him to do this, backing down from me telling him to do that. I can pretty much use him as a puppet. Because he has no backbone, he has no standards. He'll just do whatever, and he won't just do this for me. He'll do that for anybody. So that's really going to turn her off. And guys, I don't care what your standards are. Well, hopefully you're not insane or something. But you should definitely have proper logical standards for yourself, and that's definitely going to the first step to getting a woman's respect. So the second way to gain a woman's respect is to be on your purpose. Now, I've talked about this in other videos, and everybody, all these dating coaches and love gurus on YouTube have talked about this. Being on your purpose is extremely, extremely crucial to gaining not just a woman's respect, but anybody's respect. It shows that you have goals, you have priorities, you have a dream that you're trying to achieve every single day. You're working towards it. You're doing what you have to do to make it happen. And above all else, you're making sure that this purpose comes first at all times. You can have fun or whatever, but the purpose has to come first because it's your future. It's going to be, the whatever you leave behind when you're gone. It's going to be your magnum opus. It's going to be your identity, you know now and forever. So it has to be your priority every single day because life is short, guys. Life is so short. I'm gonna say this like a whole bunch of other times. Life is so short, guys. It passes by, and you think you have all the time in the world right now. At the time is when you're listening to this recording, you probably listen to it on your phone or on YouTube on your TV. If you ever get around to hearing this, but life is just gonna flash by. My father told me about this. My mother told me too, but my father definitely told me about this, and I didn't believe him. And I kind of like brushed it off. And now that I'm older, I absolutely see what he was talking about. And I should have listened back then. So, guys, be on your purpose and put that first at all times. Now, like I said, on the opposite side of the spectrum, there's going to be guys who are on the purpose. These are the guys who are always available. So when a girl calls, he picks up. She says, "What are you doing?" "I'm not doing nothing." Every time she wants to go somewhere, he takes her somewhere. Every time she wants to do something, she does it. He does it. Every time she needs a ride, he's there to pick her up. Every time she has to handle some business, he says where, when, and how. This guy puts her first in every sense of the world, and he goes out of his way to make sure that she's taken care of first before himself. He never puts himself first in any situation. She would choose Guys like this would choose a girl over their own family. That's how desperate they are. That's how like a complete lack of a purpose would like make somebody behave. They have nothing going on in their lives at all. They have almost a limited supply of free time. They can talk on the phone with a girl for hours and hours and hours without knowing much about her, or without having much to do with themselves. They'll just spend like their whole day talking on the phone with some girl with nothing else better to do. And girls can see this. They know. Girls have dated enough alphas to know the difference between a guy who has a purpose and a guy who doesn't. So when they see the guy who doesn't have a purpose, they'll mess around with him. They use him for attention, but they won't really take him seriously because there's no way he's going to be able to make a living for himself. You know, messing around with her all day. So yeah, the second way to gain a woman's respect is to have a purpose. Now the final way to get a woman's respect is to check her. All right, guys. I know you're afraid to do this. I know you feel that if you do this, you're going to lose her. If you do this, that she's going to think that you're a jerk or whatever. But trust me, guys. Like trust me. Um, Checking her, it'll not only she's not gonna, like I said, this is not a way to get her to like you. This is going to get her to respect you. All right, she's not going to like that you checked her, but she's going to respect that you checked her. All right, so there are different ways you can go about checking her. Sometimes women will just naturally push boundaries. So if you tell her to meet you somewhere at 8 o'clock, she might show up at like 8:15 or sometimes 8:30, and she'll do this because she's trying to show that she doesn't respect your time, and she knows that guys who have like a lot of different options, who respect themselves, they're going to say, hey, I told you to meet me here at 8 o'clock. Why do you get here at 8:30? Oh, whatever happened, I couldn't make it. And if she's really disrespectful, she's not even going to call you. She's just going to show up at 8:30 and then just sit down there. If you don't check her when she does this, this is a classic, way a woman would test a man. If you don't check her and when she does this, she's going to consider you a punk, and she's not going to. She may like the fact that you weren't minded or you weren't bothered by the fact that she showed up late, but she's not going to respect you because you didn't call her out on it. And this is really going to turn a woman off, guys. This is absolutely going to turn her off, guys. It's going to be like it's like I say, you don't have no backbone. If you can't check a woman for disrespecting your time, how you going to check anybody else? So another way she'll go about it, she might like insult you. She might make fun of you. Now I'm not saying that you should make fun of her back, but you should like find a way to turn it into a strength. Like oh, you were like I hate that shirt. So oh really? Uh, I went out and I got this shirt because I thought you would like it. Something like that. And that's actually a very common way to twist things around. I got this shirt. Kind of got like turned into like a joke. You kind of turn into like a joke. This is like a way of uh, you have to turn it into a way of being very not like how can I say this? You're finding a way to take her like trying to like demean you or put you down, and you're turning it into like a strength. Like oh, I wore this for you. Like I wore this because I thought that you would find it cool. I thought you would find it like uh how can I say this? I thought that you would find it like adorable because this is stuff that you like, and she may not like again she's not this is not going to get her to like you. This is going to get her to be like oh okay all right so this guy he knows what it's about. He's not gonna back down from this. He's gonna like stand up for himself. He's standing up to me, but he's not doing it in like a mean, disrespectful way. He's doing it in a funny kind of like joking sort of way. So I'm not upsetting him because you don't want to pop off on her because like what a lot of guys will do. Oh, she made fun of me, so now I want to make her feel bad. I want to make fun of her. Don't do that. That's very unattractive. It's extremely unattractive. That I know I say I know I told you guys not to get her to like you, but that's just a whole nother level of disrespect right there. You want to kind of turn it into a joke, and one of the YouTubers who was I don't know who's the first, but one of the YouTubers who made it like more mainstream to go about it in this specific way is Alpha Male Strategies. He was one of the first guys I heard. I'm pretty sure other dating coaches did this, but he's one of the first, YouTubers talking about dating that I heard say like, if she, points out something about what you're wearing, say that you word for her. What is she going to say to that? I'll say, oh, you word for me, huh? Now it kind of makes it feel like, oh, okay, so you're just like this because maybe I have bad taste. And it kind of turns it around, and it kind of you're sticking it up for yourself without being a jerk. So excellent way to go about that situation. And there's a whole bunch of other situations where she'll try to test you. So what she'll do is she'll try to, like, if you want to eat it somewhere, like you want to eat at like a certain restaurant, she'll say, "Ugh, I hate eating there. Let's eat there." If she does that, just be like, "Hey, all right, I understand. Maybe we can meet up another day, and we can, or maybe we could just do something else. You know, if you want to eat there, then that's where you're going to eat." All right. And the reason why she's doing that, because she might want to eat where you want to eat too. But the reason why she's doing that, because she's trying to test you. She's trying to see if you're going to go out of your way to get her to like you. All right. And if you don't check her and pretty much say, okay, so if you don't want to do this, that's what I want to do tonight. Maybe we reschedule another day and we can do something completely different. If you don't do that, she's going to know that you have no backbone. You're not going to be able to stick up for yourself. And if you can't stick up for yourself to a woman, how are you going to stick up for her? Like if you guys get into like a, um, a bad situation, like some guys come along and they want to mess with her, or they want to beat her up or beat you up. If you can't stand up to her, how are you going to stand up to them? So this is the benefits and one of the ways of checking a woman and gaining her respect. So again, she might not like the fact that you checked her, but she's going to respect that you did it. And like I said, guys, you always want a woman's respect. Getting a woman's respect is like the best way to get her to take you seriously. She may not like you, and if you notice that a lot of single moms out there, they always talk mess about the baby father, always this, always that, but you let him get you pregnant. So what's going on there? I mean, if you hate him so much, if he's such a bad guy, if you don't like him so much, why do you let him have sex with you without a condom? It's because he has her respects, and that's the most important thing. The baby daddy has her respects, guys. The respect is way more important than the gratitude. And she may talk all this mess about him and say that he's such a horrible person, but she respects him. She does respect you because you're trying to get her to like you, and she may tolerate you, but she won't respect you. She respects the baby daddy, and I guarantee you, the baby daddy is still hitting it. I almost absolutely guarantee you. No, I do guarantee. I absolutely guarantee you. I don't almost absolutely guarantee you. I absolutely guarantee you that baby daddy's still having sex with her on a daily basis. You may not see it, you may not hear it, but it's happening because she respects him. She does respect you. If you don't follow these three, or you don't adopt these three ways of getting her respects, and you do the opposite, that this is absolutely what's going to happen. And it may not be a single mom; it could be just a girl dating. She's always going to end up having sex with the alpha. And the alpha has these three qualities. He has standards. He's on his purpose, and he's always going to check her. So thank you guys so much for listening. I know this video got long. It's on 18 minutes. This is like my longest video that I've uploaded, on this channel so far. I did not expect it to go this long. I actually started rambling for a little bit because I wanted to put so much information in one video. I should have just chopped this up into two different videos, but I'm glad I got it all out here. Like I said, I know I started rambling for a bit because I had all these ideas and I wanted to like put them out there. Um, yeah, you definitely have to you have to follow these three magic rules of gaining respect. There are other ways of going about it, and you guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if you have other strategies. If you agree with these strategies right here, or you agree with these methods, or if you don't, definitely explain why. Because this channel is all about helping us guys, get ahead in life, succeed in life. And if you agree with my methods, definitely let me know. If you don't, you have a better, you know, methods, definitely don't just say them. Explain yourself and keep it civil in the comments, guys. I know I say this a lot, but I want I want to drill this to your head that I do not want the trolling banter in the comment section getting all vulgar and everything, because people of all ages are most likely going to be coming to this vlog, and I don't want to get into that that nasty part of YouTube and have it on my in my comment section. So thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.